Run It Back Philly, brought to you by Bright Medical Technology. Check the description to find out how Bright Medical can help you in more ways than one. The Philadelphia 76ers. One thing the 76ers somehow, some way, always do is bring me back. Somehow, some way. Every single season, I say to myself, I don't know how they're going to do it this year. I don't see a way that they could do it this year. This is it. This is that last year was the nail in the coffin. There's no possible way for the 76ers to bring me back or to bring anybody back to the arena. And somehow they did it. Now it is absolutely fair for me and the rest of Sixers fans to have been skeptical this entire offseason and tell the ownership or the 76ers or to respond to everything that they did and said negatively, and to absolutely not believe in them and not believe that Joel Embiid was going to be healthy to start the season and not believe that Paul George was going to be... All of that was fair after what they put us through last season. So those of you that are going to say, stay on that side or whatever else you want to say, you know, talk to yourself in the comments all you want. Thank you for the engagement. One thing I've always said about Joel Embiid is that I hope I'm wrong. And when every time I say that I don't think he's going to be healthy, I don't think he's ever going to be right again, I'm pretty sure I've always said, obviously, I would love to be wrong. So the 76ers bring us back every year. What was it? Like firing Doc Rivers, hiring Nick Nurse, they brought us back. Trading James Harden, they brought us back. Last year was the Paul George signing. They brought us back. That ended in an epic disaster, at least for last season. So this season, I just didn't understand how they were going to bring us back because I didn't think these guys were going to be healthy. And they actually shocked me because they didn't say anything all offseason. The 76ers actually had a legitimate plan to get these guys healthy and not tell anyone, not give anybody any progress updates throughout the offseason. I mean, they leave the fans in the dark all the time. They leave the fans in the dark when it comes to injuries, when it comes to players not being healthy. Now they actually left the fans in the dark when it came to the players actually being healthy. So the whole offseason, we're like, we haven't heard anything about Joel Embiid. We didn't get the update we were supposed to get. So he's not healthy. He's not going to start the season. We're screwed. We're screwed. And then, boom, there he is at a damn scrimmage. No knee brace on. Taking a one dribble drive to the rim and dunking the ball. And it's caught everybody off guard because we're like, what the we didn't know he was healthy. You guys didn't say anything. This is a good thing, by the way. This is the first time the 76ers left the fans in the dark, and it turned out to be a good thing. I just can't believe they did it. I can't believe they did it, and I'm talking about the 76ers being healthy possibly to start game one. And for those that have no idea what I'm talking about, we've now have video again of Joel Embiid and Paul George practicing. Joel Embiid has played in the 5-on-5 scrimmage. He looks healthy. He's been practicing in one-on-ones, and now Joel Embiid and Paul George are both practicing in 3-on-3s. They both look healthy. I'm just shocked by it because like 2 weeks ago, we still hadn't have an update on these dudes' health, and we figured the team was just going to lie to us again for another season to try to sell tickets, but it's seeming like they actually got them healthy this time. I don't even know how to put it into words, but let me just use Twitter to try to go down the timeline real quick. Thank you for being here. Hit the like button for me one time. Sorry if this video is a little bit all over the place. I'm shocked by what I'm seeing. I was shocked by seeing Joel Embiid in the scrimmage. We saw Paul George in some one-on-one stuff the other day. And now Derek Bodner tells us Joel Embiid and Paul George both participated in the majority of practice. Paul George has advanced to taking part in 3-on-3 drills. You're telling me after all of this, no, I can't do it. I can't do it, man. I can't set myself up again. I can't do it. I can't tell myself that Joel Embiid and Paul George are going to be healthy. I can't tell myself that the 76ers are going to have a fully healthy roster this season. I can't tell myself that. I wanted to come into this with no expectations so that I could not be let down again. I'm not going to allow you, Philadelphia 76ers, to get my hopes up. But it does appear that Joel Embiid and Paul George are about to at least start the season healthy. And now they're both participating in 3-on-3 drills. The 3-on-3s were live in full court. Nick Nurse says this is the first live action portions of practice that George has partaken in. And this was, I said it for 2 years now, and I said it so many times I made merch that says it. If healthy. You know, anytime someone comes up to me at a local restaurant around here or sees me on the street or something and says, "What's up, man? How you feel about the Sixers, man?" I say the same thing. If they're healthy, they're good. I don't feel like they're healthy. But now they're actually making me feel like they're healthy. And if healthy, they're a championship contender. I don't even like saying it because it sounds so far-fetched. But if healthy, they're a championship contender, especially in the East this year, with the Boston Celtics being led by the most overpaid player in NBA history, Jaylen Brown. The Sixers might be healthy, man. Now, on top of the Paul George update, that's the biggest one today, is the Paul George update. He participated in 3-on-3 drills. We already saw Joel Embiid participate in the practice. We now know Joel Embiid has been practicing with the team, doing basketball activities, full contact scrimmaging, technically full contact. Nick Nurse said yesterday, there's actually a chance that Joel Embiid plays in the last preseason game. Let's hear what he said.
Now, a couple days from the scrimmage, now that Joel's had those couple days, how did he respond to that?
Yeah. From all accounts, he responded fine. He was in practice again today with, looking good, feeling good. So he just did the beginning parts of practice today, but that's as planned, right? So, but I do think he responded well to it. So we're continuing to cross thresholds.
Do you think there's any chance that
All right, we went from checking boxes to crossing thresholds.
Joel plays in that final season game?
I think there's some chance, yeah. I don't think we're there yet. It's a little early in the week to decide, but I think it still could go either way. We got some thresholds to get over yet, I think, before we get to that.
Why so vague still? You know, what are the thresholds? What are the boxes we got to check? What are the thresholds? You know, is he healthy? Is he not? I'm sure it's, I don't know, full contact, things like that, but testing the strength of the knee against NBA defenders. You know, that they do the drills with the pads and where the coach will hit him while he's driving to the rim and things like that. I don't know if you even do that with Joel Embiid in practice at this point. But hey, Joel Embiid might actually play in the preseason game. We got word also that Quentin Grimes is going to play in the preseason game. That is the 17th, which is, my watch is dead anyway. What's the date today? What the hell's the date today? Bob, what's the date today, Bob? Oh, it's the 15th. All right, so 16th, Thursday, Friday night. Friday night, we should at least get Quentin Grimes added to the lineup for the preseason game. We should get VJ Edgecombe back. He had a sore hip last game. Or he was just sitting out a preseason game. I don't know. But we might actually get Joel Embiid in the preseason game. Now, I'm not banking on that. I'm not going to bet my life savings on that. But this is shocking to me that the 76ers look like they actually might be healthy. Outside of Jared McCain. Also, Trendon Watford did not practice still. He has a hamstring thing. He's a ways away. I think that was a Keith Pompey report. So it sounded like Trendon Watford isn't going to be on the floor for the season opener. Who would have thought? And I'm not even saying Joel Embiid and Paul George are going to be out there for the season opener. I think Joel Embiid actually might. I don't know about Paul George because he just started doing 3-on-3s. But I also know that the 76ers front office does know that they don't have time to fuck around. You know what I'm saying? Like last season, they already sold the season tickets. And the season went downhill very quickly, and they couldn't get these guys on the floor because these guys were hurt. And it feels like, to fans, it feels like the front office just fucks with us and lies to us. And I think we've convinced ourselves, or maybe it's just me, maybe a lot of you feel the same way, but I think we've convinced ourselves that they're never going to be healthy. These guys are actually just mythical creatures, and the front office is going to continue to lie to us to try to sell tickets. But that can't last forever. That's why last season I said this is the pivotal season. Like, you got to get it. You got to do something this year, or everybody's out on this team. The front office knows that as well. So whereas last season it really felt like they just weren't very interested in getting Joel Embiid on the floor, and maybe it probably was knee swelling and other things that they just weren't telling us. This season, not only does it look like these guys are getting healthy right before the start of the season, but the front office actually has an incentive to actually get them out on the floor and start winning basketball games, because I don't think the organization can afford another season like last season. I think Josh Harris as an owner, and I know there's all types of systems in place, business insurance and whatever else, business loss, tax write-off, all types of things like that. It's not like it actually hurt Josh Harris's pockets. But Josh Harris doesn't even want to go 2 years in a row like last season, where the tickets were selling for $1 a piece in the middle of January. So with all the incentives to get these guys healthy, and these guys looking like they're getting healthy, I'm on the verge of believing it, man. Damn it! Damn it, Sixers. You did it to me again. I just want to say this before I get out of here. Yesterday, it popped up on Twitter. Ace Bailey is currently dealing with tendonitis in both of his knees. Now, no, this is not Sixers related, but it kind of is Sixers related. Because the 76ers were supposed to draft Ace Bailey. And so clearly what happened was the basketball gods already thought he was coming to the 76ers, and they were locked and loaded. And Ace Bailey passed on the workout and tried to choose where he got drafted at. Danny Ainge called their bluff over in Utah, drafted him anyway. Now he's playing in the middle of a couple of farms with some cults and Mormons. But the basketball gods didn't get the memo. They thought he was a 76er, so they hit him with the tendonitis in both of his knee. They were like, well, if he's going to play for the Sixers, he has to have knee issues. That's such a complicated, insane, spiritual theory that I just came up with. I don't know, but hopefully, I'm not laughing about an injury. Hopefully, Ace Bailey does not have degenerative knee issues, but maybe the 76ers dodged a bullet after all. I think that's all I got today, man. Join me for the final preseason game live right here on this YouTube channel. And we'll do the post-game live after. We'll do the live call-in show. We might, you know what, tomorrow, I think we should set up a collaboration show tomorrow with some YouTube guys. Let me know in the comments if you think we should do that or not. Because there's a lot we got to talk about. And I got to find out if the other guys, are starting to believe like I am. So maybe we should do a collaborative show tomorrow night. Stay tuned right here. Or follow the Instagram page at Run It Back Philly. Follow the Twitter page at DJ Eastwood RIBP. You know where to find me, man. I'm out.